Hey, welcome to my impromptu stream. Hello, we have Brogu in the chat. Hi, Brogu, and welcome to Random Talks, Random Rants, and I just want to talk about a few things. Christmas season is here. My God, the traffic is so terrible. It's like Armageddon down here. We have Sin Havoc in the chat. Yep, we have our two best chat mates here. So, what happened the whole day? I'm tired, man, totally tired. Innocent, of course. Yep. So, uh, today is Christmas season starting. What the parties that have been starting since last week down here is so it's so tiring. The traffic jam is so. I don't think anyone will have a good time with this traffic jam. And also, some points. Uh, James Gunnipu is still a bit trying hard to. Qatar likes to party. Actually, it's how many days now, man? We like to celebrate as an I think a culture thing here in the Philippines. Party here, eating here. Oh, but the traffic, man. I've been having this high school reunions, this, and some are having family reunions, and even college reunions are being contemplated on. Man, like it's like this isn't a third world country at all. So my news for today. Did you hear that they what did Rotten Tomato did? What did Rotten Tomato do with Rebel Moon? They uh, they bombed it. I mean, are those really critics? Did those critics really watch the movie? It's like 2016 all over again, right? They did it with Man of Steel. They did it with BVS. They did it with Army of the Dead. I mean, isn't does Zack Snyder have a target on his back? I don't know. These guys are all, oh man. Brogu said, "Yeah, I heard that. I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes. I wouldn't believe Rotten Tomatoes if they said water was wet." Actually, I did read Metacritic before I read Rotten Tomatoes because I considering Rotten Tomatoes is such a hellhole. I chose Metacritic, but seems it's the same. It's the same. I wonder if the what was Sin have Seal's favorite cinema score, right? That's what Seal Abdul has been using. So I don't know. But lately, it's not lately actually. It's always they seem to hate on Zack Snyder's work. It's like Hollywood has decided to really dump on Zack. I don't know. I remember when the critics dump on Frank Miller over his works with 300 in the comics, and even this after the Dark Knight Returns was really up there in the comic world. But I don't know. We all know that those guys are now we know that those guys are paid hacks officially. They they get their how much $50 worth of hate for Zach. Also, I think Marvel seems to have something behind the hatred for Zach ever since Man of Steel, because only Snyder can match the MCU even in those during those years. Well, what to do? But I think Rebel Moon is making waves, right? The last audience score I saw was at 83%. I don't know what. Well, I'm gonna check Rotten Tomatoes audience score, which is somehow. Whoa. Okay, let's share this on screen. Hey, look at that. Can you believe these guys? So there's a drop in the audience score already since this morning. Sin Havoc says WBD and Disney can hate Zack Snyder, but it doesn't matter. Rebel Moon is the revenge of Zack Snyder. Bro said you have to take those critics' opinion with a grain of salt. Do you remember the famous movie critic Siskel and Albert? They had a show for years. One of them said the Star Wars was going to fail. True, true. That's true. That little franchise called Star Wars, and where are those critics now? Where are them? Where are they? Right? They. But considering how can you how can you score a movie at 24%, which somehow this is a review bomb. I remember the time when Disney paid off the critics at Rotten Tomatoes to stop the review bombing of Captain Marvel, right? They did pay the critics during those times. It's weird how everything goes round and round, right? And did they flop after flop after flop after flop? Man, this bites, man. This bites. But we saw this one. I'm gonna share my screen again with yeah, yeah. You see Zack Snyder's Twitter posts. Awesome, right? You see the people. Look at those people in the premiere, right? Man, people love Snyder, Zack Snyder. People love Rebel Moon, and I think this is how when they review bomb a movie, that's where they receive payment for criticizing uh, the movie, even though it's better than what they project it to be. But then we are, of course, not. We are not paid hacks. We are fans. We are the real DC fans, actually. All those pretending to be the real DC are MCU shills. Yeah. Right. Who gains when DC falls? Who gains when the movies like this fall? Hollywood seems to be anti Netflix. Hollywood seems to be anti Snyder. Why? Why do you think he's being taught? He's being treated that way? Did he do something bad? Did he do something that will cause this kind of reaction to him? I don't know. It's still all weird, Holly weird. So one of the best the influences Zach had during his run is of course Frank Miller. He did 300, which was a Frank Miller original, and people like Grant Morrison criticize Frank Miller and especially Zack Snyder for doing a right wing movie. Bro said critics are bias, and it shows in their rating a movie. There are people that don't like you when they meet you. They've never spent any time talking to you whatsoever, but they made a judgment. Yes, true. Yes, true. It happens even if we don't want it. I mean, even here in the Philippines, the local the local TV shows, the local movies, everything is at least Netflix has produced a couple of Filipino movies that are basically good, and they've shown, although they're not scared to show those kind of movies, but uh, there seems to be a writing bias for Filipino movies because we have rom-com, we have comedies, we have there's no action films anymore down here. Not that not those that we used to have when we were kids. It's like the action movie genre died with Rambo and Commando down here. Everything is political too. Uh, I I don't understand. To sin havoc. Criticism is either welcome or bought and paid for. For example, Rotten Tomatoes $50 for paid positive review. Yes, it's all when you're a journalist, supposed to be journalist, movie critic. It's basically payola, right? It's payola if you get paid for your opinions. Weird. That's what I find weird. Actually, it's generally from the states up to Asia, up to what up to every place. It's I don't know. Everything runs. Money changes everything. It's all about money, moolah. But if you lose the box office, how can you continue what uh, what you've started? I think that's why those critics hate Zach because the harder they try to criticize his films, the more people want to see it. Rebel Moon is a story about from the old world, Hollywood politics, and the elites don't like that. Yeah, they don't like that actually. I spoken to a new friend. I spoken to a new friend today, and we talk about the Illuminati. We talk about uh, the New World Order. I mean, people don't talk normally about those stuff. Uh, and we all go back to the old world, Samaria, and some Egyptian things. It's fun to talk to people with those topics in mind, and also I don't know. I just don't get it. Just like Zod and APAS keep saying, we don't get anything of what they're doing. We talk about gender politics. We talk about uh, what else? The political landscape, how doing right and wrong uh, are indistinguish. And the people don't can't distinguish right from wrong now. Rogue said there are critics that don't like Zack Snyder for stupid reasons. They don't like that he doesn't follow the politics of Hollywood. True, he's not like Ganosho who deals in well, let's face it. Can I say the S word? The S word, sex. Yeah, I don't know, but there are moments in Hollywood where a shining light has been made. People like Zack Snyder that doesn't compromise, right? Like what Alan Moore wrote in The Watchmen, that no compromise, even in the face of Armageddon, right? Zach actually did that dialogue in his movie Watchmen, which the longer, the more older the movie becomes, Zack Snyder said, "Stay tuned." Yes, and what are we staying tuned for? Yeah, we all want actually the Snyderverse to be restored and sold to a third party. And since Warner Brothers doesn't want to continue the IP, and do you know why WBD doesn't want to sell or are holding back, holding holding the IP's uh, ransom hostage? Because they're seeing the engagement. They're seeing that the movies that Zach did for DC are still s- uh, grossing, top grossing, like it happened. Yes, it just happened yesterday. They can't stop it, so they need to what's the term for that? Adapt or die, sell or else. If they hate Snyder now, wait until Cell becomes official in 2024. Right. True. I mean, that's expected for us. And suddenly the Cell movement is very, very lucrative right now. Lot of lot of people from the restore movement has really hate hate the Cell movement to a point, right? They uh, they seem to they had a failure to understand what's happening. They wanted WBD to restore this certain universe. If the Luca and Abdi had their way, then there could have been a restored Snyderverse on WBD on Warner Bros. But since Gunn took over and because the restore movement is WBD's ops. Yes, you notice that, right? Right now, they're saying sell the Snyderverse and restore are the same thing, but they just don't understand what the cell movement uh, was created for. That's why I said restore had its chance. It's sell or nothing. Yeah, Sin has been saying that in every chat we have, in every stream we have for the cell movement, and I feel that this movement, the cell movement, uh, is really the best chance we have to have all our desired movies, all our desired stuff to come out. They don't want to sell because I feel that some jealousy is involved. If they sell to him and he makes some great movies, they just help this guy and their jealousy will eat them up. It's of course envy. It's envy. True. We're not the same. Restore is talking to WBD, Cell is talking to Netflix. There's a big difference. Yes, that's true. Warner WBD had its chance to restore the movement, but with Ganipu announcing his DC slate, that killed the chance, any chance that Restore had to come back to this wonderful IP, the wonderful IP of what was originally planned by Zack Snyder and the rest of his directors. So this is the first time I talk this long for just a rant, a few rants, right? And it's good. It's good to practice my secondary language. Hindi ito ang aking lengguwahe. That's Tagalog. I spoke in Tagalog for the first time in my stream. So there's a toy con going on here in the Philippines, in Manila, and a lot of comic book personalities are there right now. And since I'm about so far from that area, and the traffic is so ugly, I didn't go. I didn't go. Although it's a 3 day event, it's a toy con after all, and a few of my friends are there. But you know, I'm used to being down here solo. We're telling the truth. That's just fact. Sell or nothing. Make your own future. True. We are telling the truth. Sell or nothing. I mean, business people, especially in that field, would naturally, since there is an actual demand, should actually do something. Sell the IP, sell whatever. But since they're holding back, something is going on the backgrounds. Yeah, something is going on. Something fishy, as Aquaman will say. Something fishy is going on. So Sinhavik says negotiating tactics to up the prices to make it more competitive, right? So there's a future plan for DC uh, Marvel crossover in cinema, in the movie world. And my friend Sin has been telling me that for about a year already. And I do sense that they're about to do that because they're saying that there's a superhero fatigue. No, I don't think there's a superhero fatigue actually. I think there's a bad movie fatigue. And so Sin said, Forbes recognized sell. Did Forbes recognize restore? I don't remember Forbes recognize restore. True. We've been observing since January or late 2022 actually for this. And when Cell came out, Forbes magazine did it first. They did an article about the Cell movement and saying that it's more feasible as a way to continue the Snyderverse. Yes, Brogo, time will tell. Then you know, then there was a debate whether to continue making the Snyderverse into a live movies and or animation. Nah, live all the way. Scott Stuber, head of Netflix, said sell it. He didn't say anything about restore. Yes, he said uh, what Scott Stuber said was it will be fun to make it to continue the story, to continue the universe. Oh, that's paraphrasing actually. Stuber said more the more Zack Snyder, the better Netflix would be. Yes, and Zack Snyder doesn't even have to direct every movie. I mean, he directed Army of the Dead, but someone else directed Army of Thieves. He directed 300, but someone else directed 300, the sequel. To me, that's almost game over. Yes, when the head of a film corporation like Netflix saying saying that the more Snyder they will get, the better. That's it. That's it. This will be better. Do you think people will give the Colonel verse, the Ganosho verse, something? Give them a chance? I don't think so. They had their chance, right? Saslop selling everything, every IP project, CDs, everything first for sale, arms dealer. Yes, it's like a fire sale. Actually, they sell everything. Imagine Tubi will have DC content. Just imagine that. Tubi, of course, is a free streaming uh, platform all over the world. If you want to watch Tubi in Asia, you just need a VPN. Everything can go, says Brogu. Ganoshoverse, I wouldn't trust it. Yes, I don't even think it will be made. It's it's all about money, but people are still defending it. Actually, they're saying there are investors. I don't know. The rumors was Gunn will cast uh, a few more alumni of his Guardian films, right? Uh, then he shuts it down because he's a compulsive liar. That WBD fire sale is inbound spring quarter 2024. Okay. You guys have four season in the States. While here in the Philippines, we only have about two. It's the wet and dry season. So if you say spring, what month is that? It's different. So different. So this one is Rebel Moon. So spring is by March and April. So wow, this ends our first semester at school. This period. So what else is new? What else is news? There are a few things compared to the states. Uh, my the closest movie house I've got is still not actually opened. It's it's disappointing that the owners of the movie houses just let the the movie house really get uh, old like that. I was thinking of having ZSJL shown there, but I need more money that I have. Brogu said, everything is about money, but I've seen these Hollywood executives do some of the stupidest things that loses money. Christopher Lee was like, right. Lee was right. Flop after flop after flop after flop, failing upwards. True, true. They, I think showbiz is the same the world over, and we get to experience good or bad, and considering that the superheroes are supposed to be household names, right? I mean, we know we knew we know Superman. I knew Superman since I was a kid in the early 70s. I knew Batman. Brogu, yes, correct, Brogu. It's all about money. I knew Batman, I knew Captain America, I knew Spider-Man. Yes, flop after flop after flop. My first Spider-Man comics was the death of Gwen Stacy. I didn't know what happened to that comic of mine. Maybe my cousin took it when we were kids. My first DC comics was the Justice League and Freedom Fighters team up, 1973. 72 actually, 1972. And I still remember that. I still remember my comics. And the first time I saw Man of Steel, BVS, I thought this is what our heroes should have been, not those caricatures or not those comedic uh, stuff that they turn out to be. And this has been a long talk, right? Are you well? What time is it now in your in your time zone? It's nearly it's 8:54 p.m. my time, uh, and I just had dinner. Right. So what to do? I need to do another uh, watch along, probably on Tuesday. It's 6:55. Oh, all right. That's cool. It's morning. Good morning, bro. Good morning, Sin. Next week, I'll be having my Wonder Woman watch along on Tuesday. I'll be having my Black Adam watch along on Wednesday, and probably do something on Thursday, like a cartoon, either DC cartoon or The Witcher cartoon. watch along on Netflix, right? That's a sort of announcement. Black Adam watch along, sweet. Yeah, gonna do Black Adam after I do Wonder Woman. And so it will be on Wednesday. And Black Adam was the movie that caused me to do all this podcasts on Spotify, all this uh, YouTube engagement, YouTube videos, YouTube watch-alongs. Black Adam was because I thought Black The Rock, Dwayne Johnson can bring back uh, the rave, the excitement for the DCEU, but he was blocked, right? He was unnecessarily Wonder Woman, Black Adam. Sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, that's it. And I have a few more streams for next week. My music stream. It's all rock music and rock music, new wave from the WXB 102.7 days we have. That's the station that Mikey Sutton revived during the early 2000s. And yeah, Dwayne Johnson folded like a clone. Oh, yeah. True. He just wimped out, whimper. He went out with a whimper. Dwayne Johnson was screwed from the very beginning. Gunn had the inside track for years. Yes, he did. Dwayne Johnson was used and later screwed over, then uh, threw out. My musical stream is called Rock and Rollin' with the numbers. It's already in its 21st, 22nd edition. So I'll be doing my Christmas music stream next week. Peter Safran, Jeff Johns were his inside people. Jeff Johns worked DC and Marvel. He usurped. He was the one causing Zach's script to be changed over and over again. Peter Safran is. Do you know other Safran movies out there? I mean, aside from Insidious, uh, the horror, The Conjuring, I don't seem to see any Peter Safran movies out there. Oh, 300 Spartan, that parody of Zack Snyder's 300. That's his. While Ganosho, Ganipu, has the Guardian of the Galaxy, which I consider not the true Guardians of the Galaxy because the ones I grew up with was Starhawk and the rest, Vance Astro, Charlie 27, Martin X, officially the Ravagers in Guns Guardian of the Galaxy. So disappointing. Aquaman, Shazam, Birds of Prey, The Suicide Squad, Shazam 2, Blue Beetle, The Flash, Aquaman 2. These are all This has Peter Safran's approval. Okay, those are Peter Safran's movie. With this one, only Aquaman is up there with the Trinity for me. These are actually Aquaman is the start of the wacky verse of DC, right? It's that obvious. Although I like Birds of Prey for some reason. I mean, Black Mass exploding made my day when I watched it. Birds of Prey was the last DCEU movie I watched in the movie theaters with my son. Justice League is wacky verse too. That's true because it was butchered, and you'll notice that it was butchered. You'll notice Zach's input, and you'll notice what's his name. What's his name? Input. It's a atrocity. It was Justice League. Imagined how the world will be if Zack didn't make the Snyder cut. If they didn't release the Snyder cut, right? Birds of Prey was sprung, but I knew it was butchered by Ganosho and Saffron. Yeah, they made Harley Quinn into a tame villain. They made her non-lethal at best. Justice League. Josh Whedon was brought in by Jeff Johns and James Gunn. Yes, because Josh Whedon was a Marvel man. He was the director of the Avengers and the Avengers Age of Ultron, but he lost his mojo doing Age of Ultron for some reason. I sort of rewatched Age of Ultron this year when I told Mikey Sutton that it seems that I misjudged that movie back then. But it would be a miracle if I watch another Marvel movie twice. I watch The Marvels, and I agree with everything Socks Bulletin and Zodwriter said on their stream. It sucks big time. They really made the supposed to be serious stories into what Disney was doing before the MCU, and that was Sky High, the superhero the superhero movie that Disney is was doing back then. They have Kurt Russell too. Anyway, so what to expect this coming New Year? We still have a few festivities to wait to look forward to. 2024 is the year when Zack Snyder's movies become hit after hit after hit. Joss Whedon was sent to the Phantom Zone by Kevin Feige, Bob Iger, and Alan Horn. I didn't watch Buffy any episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I did watch the entire run of Firefly along with the Firefly movie. And yeah, well, I didn't know what I didn't know what Josh Whedon was doing back then. I didn't care about anything because I enjoyed watching those stuff. But yeah, we need to think about what we're watching. Think about yes, Firefly is a classic. I like the premise of the show. Serenity was awesome. I had it on DVD. I watched it on DVD back then before I got rid of all my DVDs in the trash bin. It's tough not having all my physical stuff in the house. But Josh Whedon is an idiot. Is he sexist? I'm tired of everything. I just want to enjoy good content. Yes. That's our prerogative as consumers. We want good content of what we watch, what we do, what we consume as customers. What are you threw your DVD in the trash? Yeah, all of it, man, all of it. Because my DVD player was hit by lightning, and somehow it was affected. I have no player left, and I don't want to have more spaces here. Quality over quantity. Yes, true. I had a couple of BVS Man of Steel. I had the Steel book Man of Steel copy, and can't find it. Must have thrown it out. But then I do like the digital copies of everything, and I can practically download and but not sell anything. Damn lightning destroyed your DBT. Yes, it was one of those stuff, and I said to my wife, lightning hit me because I felt the lightning from my hands to my feet, and I survived. I'm technically lightning lad and black lightning. Get more terabytes, Qatar. Yeah, true. I had my laptop, my old one, fixed today, and I'll get it by Wednesday. So that's where I will do. That's where I will stream from now. Can your computer play DVDs? No, my PC is doesn't have a CD player. My my laptop does, but it needs to be fixed first. The other laptop I'm using doesn't have DVD players. Oh boy! All right, so this was a long talk, and this was fun, right? I love talking with you guys, but get DVD burner extension. I had that one in the office, but doesn't play anymore. Anyway, so do this has been a good stream. Do like my do like the videos, do like the content, and we'll do this again next week, right? Thank you for watching with me, and have a good night, guys.